Hi everyone, and welcome to today's video. Today we are going to be testing out and reviewing the new Tarte Face Tape Foundation. I am so excited for this foundation. They launched it with 50 different shades and 5 different undertones, which is just perfect. So the undertones that you will find for this foundation are N for neutral, S for sand and or yellow, H for honey and or peach, B for beige and or pink, and G for golden and or olive, which is what I got. I have 35G, which is medium golden. That is what I chose for today. If you all follow me on Instagram, then you would have seen it in my stories that I swatched it next to a couple of other foundations that I really enjoy wearing and that I feel match me pretty spot on. This is pretty identical to the Fenty 240 I found to be based on the swatches. This is really, really close to that. And so I think it's going to work out perfectly on my current complexion. It retails for $39 US, and you get 1.01 fluid ounces worth of product, which is just a little bit over the typical 1 fluid ounce. Now the packaging I really, really like. It's the exact same color scheme. Well, pretty much. I think this is a little bit of a deeper purple than this, but it's gold, it's purple, it comes with a pump, which I love when foundations come with pumps. It just lessens the mess. You don't have to, pour it anywhere, and it's just, I like pumps a whole heck of a lot better. So the details for this foundation state that it is a long-wearing foundation that is full coverage and is going to deliver a natural matte finish. It is waterproof, transfer-proof, sweat-proof to get you through work and play, which I think I'm going to test out today. I haven't gotten my workout in for the day because it's still really early. So I think that after my midday check-in, I am going to work out to see how it does, through a workout, and see what it looks like after. It contains snow mushroom extract, apple fruit extract, and hyaluronic acid, which are going to help both hydrate and brighten up the skin. And of course, this brand is cruelty-free and vegan. Before we get started, I'm just going to apply a little bit of color corrector here. All right, as far as how to use it, you're supposed to start off with 1 to 2 pumps of foundation onto the back of your hand. Then you're supposed to lightly dab it onto the skin using clean fingers. Then you can use the Paddle to Perfection brush from Tarte or their damp shaper sponge in order to blend from the center of your face outward, and you can apply more pumps as needed until complexion perfection is achieved. All right, so I'm going to start off with 2 pumps on the back of my hand. All right. So there's that, and I'm going to apply it with my finger first, and then I'm going to blend it out using my 3D HD blender here with the bottom. I think 2 pumps may actually be too much. So this smells exactly like the Shape Tape concealer. So if you're good with that scent, you're going to be good with this scent. However, if that one bothers you, then this one's going to bother you as well because it's the exact same. Okay, so I had a lot left over from the 2 pumps, and I think I'm going to be able to get really good coverage. Oh my gosh, I always forget. I can't do both sides because I have to show you guys the before and after. So let me wipe this off really gently and quickly here. I always forget. Okay, so I feel like 35G, this is what it looks like. I really like the shade. I feel like I got a pretty good match. So this is blending out beautifully. A little goes a long way in giving you a lot of coverage. Okay, so now I'm going to zoom y'all in so that you can get a better look at the before and the after. Okay, so this is what my skin looks like without anything on it. And this is what it looks like with 1 layer of foundation. Okay, so now that you've gotten a close-up look, it's a good thing I had some left over. Now I can finish off the rest of my face. Okay, so since this is providing a lot of coverage with very little product. I feel like it would be really easy to go very, very heavy really, really fast. So I would suggest you start off small and then build up if you feel like you need it. All right, so this is supposed to provide a natural matte finish, which as of right now, it's still not set. It still feels a little sticky, but I just applied it. So I don't expect it to set right away. In fact, I don't like when foundations set too quickly because it leaves very little room to actually blend it out. If it dries down right away, then it usually doesn't blend out too nicely. This one, it blended out beautifully. You don't need a whole lot of product in order to get really nice full coverage. So overall, everything is great as of right now. So I'm gonna just jump off camera really quickly, finish off the rest of my makeup, and then I will be right back. Okay, so now I am back with a full face of makeup, and so far, so good. It didn't take a whole lot of time for the foundation to set. Now that it's set, it does feel really, really nice. It feels light on the skin. It doesn't feel heavy whatsoever. And yeah, I really love the coverage. I love the amount of coverage that I got with the amount of product that I used. So you absolutely don't need a whole lot in order to achieve a full coverage, which is a definite plus. And yeah, it looks great. Feels nice, feels really light. Hopefully it stays looking and feeling like this throughout the entire day, but we'll see. It is currently 9:46 in the morning. I do plan on wearing this the entire day. And like I said, I think I actually might get a workout session in there at the end to try to test it and see, you know, what it looks like after sweating and working out, because it does claim to be sweat proof and transfer proof and waterproof. You know what? Since it claims to be transfer proof, let me get something white. Hold on. Okay, so I got an undershirt. I have just a white undershirt. Now I do have other product placed here along the cheek area, but I didn't place anything along the forehead. So I'm simply going to, oh yeah. It's not transferring. It's still pretty white. So I'd say it passes the transfer test. Anyway, I'm gonna go on with the rest of my day and I will be back in a few hours for my midday check-in. Okay, so now I am back for my midday check-in. It is currently 3:35. So I've had this foundation on now for a little over 5 hours, almost 6 hours. Now, before I get into what I think about the foundation so far, I'm going to zoom you all in so that you can get a better look at my skin with the foundation after about 5 hours of wear. Okay, so this is the forehead, and as you can see, it's not shiny right now at all, so definite plus. This is what the left side of my face currently looks like. As you can see, everything's still even, everything is still in place. And the same goes for this right side. And as you can see here along my smile lines, the foundation has not settled, it has not cracked, it still looks amazing. All right, so there you have it, almost 6 hours in, and it still looks amazing. It still feels really, really lightweight on the skin. It's still doing an amazing job of staying in place and providing full coverage. So I'd say as of right now, perfect. Perfect foundation. So I'm still going to wear this for about another 3 hours or so, and I do plan on working out here shortly. So I will see you all back here at the end of the night for my final thoughts on this new foundation. Okay, so now I'm back for my final check-in. It is currently 6:36. So I've had this foundation on now for almost a solid 9 hours. And I just got done working out about 10 minutes ago. So I was sweating a lot. I did a little bit of HIIT and I did some strength training to Fitness Blender here on YouTube. I love working out to their videos. In case you're looking for like really good at-home workout videos, check them out. I will leave their channel link down in the description box below because I really like working out with them. They actually are like real people working out with you, not just, you know, like crazy robotic personal trainers who never seem to get tired. They're not like that at all. And I appreciate that because then I feel like I can keep up rather than with someone like that I know I can't keep up with. So anyway, check them out. I really like them. If you work out at home, you'll really like them too. So, and even if you don't, you can take some of their stuff into the gym and, you know, make it your own. So anyway, now that I'm done talking about working out, I'm actually going to zoom y'all in one last time so that you can get a better look at my skin with the foundation on after an intense workout and after almost 9 hours of wear. Okay, so this is the forehead. It's not as shiny as I thought that it was going to be. It's not as matte as it was at the beginning of the day, but after sweating as much as I did, it's definitely not as shiny as I thought it was going to be. I tend to get pretty shiny along the T-zone, and yeah, this one, it did a pretty good job at keeping everything kind of at a minimum. This is what the left side of my face currently looks like. Everything I feel is still intact and still in place. Nothing has rubbed off or worn off. And I have a very, very similar situation here along the right side of my face. Last but not least, my smile lines. The foundation has not cracked in between my smile lines and it has not settled there either. So there you have it. That is what the foundation currently looks like. I'd say it's definitely a win for me. It is absolutely a win. I love how it wore. I love that a little bit gave me a lot of coverage. It does not feel heavy. It does not look heavy or cakey. It didn't settle in between my smile lines, which is one thing that I'm always afraid of when wearing a full coverage foundation. Sometimes they're really, really heavy and they crack, or they settle and they just don't look good by the end of the day. This one did nothing of that sort. It stayed put. It stayed looking beautiful even after a HIIT and strength workout. I mean, I was sweating a lot and this held up and it does not look like it broke up. Like I mentioned, I tend to get pretty oily along the T-zone, and even after a really intense workout, this still doesn't look that oily. It barely looks a little shiny. So I am really, really happy with my purchase. I'm really glad that they came out with 50 shades, 5 different undertones. There should be something for pretty much everybody. So if you're looking for the foundation version of this, then definitely grab yourself the face tape because it truly is the same thing. They wear beautifully. I'm wearing the concealer underneath the eyes. I'm wearing the foundation all over the face. I can still continue to wear this even after I've worked out and I've worn it for almost 9 hours. I feel like this would still look really nice even another few hours in. I'm not going to though because I really need to take a shower, but you know, if I was not going to call it a night, yes. So that completes today's video. Thank you all so much for watching. I truly hope that you enjoyed today's product review and that you found it helpful. I am so happy to be back on YouTube. I took a little bit of a break because in case you missed it, in case you don't follow me on Instagram, which you should, but in case you don't, and in case you didn't see my stories here on YouTube, we caught the flu. Like pretty much the entire house had the flu. Everybody but my husband. At first it was my daughter, so I had to take care of her. Then it was my son, and then it was me. And it was like boom, 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 down we all went. And it was rough. It all started last Monday and it didn't end until around this past Monday, I think, is when we all finally felt like ourselves again. At least for me, it was tough. The flu is not fun. So definitely make sure that you wash your hands and you stay away from sick people because it sucked. It really did. But I'm so happy to be back. I missed filming so much. I could not wait to start reviewing products again and filming and just talking to you guys again and just interacting. I love it. So thank you all so much for sending your well wishes and your positive messages through Insta stories and for leaving your beautiful comments here on my YouTube stories. I know that YouTube stories is kind of new, so I wasn't really sure if anybody was going to watch those, but in case you're wanting to keep up with me, stay up to date. If you're interested in knowing exactly what I'm going to be reviewing next, stuff like that, I usually show you guys on Insta stories. So if you haven't followed me on Instagram, make sure that you do, so that way you are in the know and you know exactly what is going to be coming your way. Anyway, that completes it. As always, take care, and I will see you all in my next video. Mwah! Bye.